Today we're going to review a call Karey sent to me, and she and I we are in this Jeff selling coaching group, and we're going to review the call. She wants to see what we can do with this property and then how we can help the seller out. So I'm going to use this spam book. There's a spam form at the end of the chapters to really help us to score kind of what type of questions we have asked, how many questions we have asked, what's the impact, what's the implied needs, is there anything, or is the benefit or features what we are presenting or the advantage. If you haven't really checked out my prior recording regarding this book, you can go back and review that, and I think you're gonna find tremendous value in this book.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi, Larita. Can you hear me okay?
who is this?
This is Karey. How are you?
Karey from where?
The reason why I'm calling is I saw that that just came off the market. I'm actually looking to pick up a property in this area. Are you still accepting offers?
Um, no, not at this time.
Oh, okay. Well, what happened? What changed?
Life change, that's all.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Is it something to do with the house?
No,
Okay. So would you consider putting it back on the market sometime in the future?
I don't know. I don't know. It's not in my mind right now. I'm
Oh,
just kind of idling. I'm just idling at this point.
I see. Okay, got it. Okay. And then what got you thinking of putting it on the market in the first place?
That's a good question. Is that what got you think about selling the property on the market in the first place?
I don't know. I just thought I could do it. I don't know. I
Hmm.
just thought I could do it.
I see. Was there like a price range that you were going to get, or were you trying to go out of town or out of state?
So here, when she says, rather than really go jump into the price or things like that, she said, I don't know what. She said, I think I can do it. What does that mean? You can do what? She could have went into a little bit more in terms of, hey, what do you mean by you can do it? Is there something you are really concerned about and you want to achieve, or what is really holding you back and that's preventing you from doing something you want to achieve? So this is you can literally jump into the implication question. What does it? That will help you to clarify the questions.
Well, you know what? It's not for sale. I don't know what's this interrogation about. I don't know what this is. It's not for sale. That's all.
I see. Okay. Well then, all right then. And you don't know maybe in the future or anything like that? I'm just trying to get a gauge of, is it something that you're putting on hold for right now, just because you're too busy and you don't want to think about it, or maybe you will consider it later?
No, nothing. I already have a realtor anyway, so I don't need a realtor.
Oh, I'm not a realtor. I'm calling to try to give you an offer for your house. That's why I'm trying to figure out if you're still trying to sell it or not. That's all.
And you are what? Just an investor?
I'm a buyer. I'm a landlord. I own a few properties. I try to pick up one or two more for this quarter. So depending if the house qualifies or not, that's why I was trying to figure out maybe this is not a good time for you. I can follow up maybe a couple months down the road. Sometimes people like to sell during summer when the kids are out of school, stuff like that. So
No. It's just it's just life. It's horrible. You know, wasn't able to. The interest rates are so high. You know, people just not ready to be buying, especially at the price
mm,
range that this house is.
Okay, so Carrie did a very good to really calm her down. This could be a intro at the beginning because that's going to avoid some of the friction in the beginning because she thinks she also dropped it. So what's the reason why the product wasn't sold on the market? It's because the price range and the interest rate that makes it kind of fear people to buy it, right? Why is that an issue?
You
I
know, and then
see.
people, yeah, and then people like you, they're just, you're trying to, just fish here, fish there, see what happens, and then, you lowball, and it's just horrible, having to go through that.
I'm sorry,
Um,
Marita. It sounds like you've been dealing with a lot of people that are trying to just call you and give you lowball offers, and they're not giving you what you want.
yes,
I'm looking at the photos. It's a super cute house. I love the way it's designed differently. You don't get this style too much often, and it looks almost like a corner lot. I can't really tell in the street view.
Yes, it
But
is.
oh, okay.
It's a good lot. It's a good lot for being downtown San Bernardino. It's
Yeah.
not it's not like the greatest area, but it's not that bad either. And
Mhm.
it could be a wonderful investment.
Carrie is really relating to her issues. That she got issues like price range of the property is too high, maybe, and the interest rate might be high, so it's preventing a lot of buyers to come into the market to buy this property. And she has consistently receiving lowball offers. She feel like those people are horrible, like you, to call me, ask here and there, but never able to make an offer. So what Carrie did was is really attacking that point and relating to her. I think the seller is kind of starting to open out a little bit and then trying to sell Carrie, hey, how good this property is, and so you should really buy it.
Yeah.
And it is a commercial. It is a commercial. Zone. It's commercial.
Okay.
It's residential commercial.
Oh, that's nice.
But
Okay.
I'm not about to just give it away either.
Got it.
I'm not, because first of all, I have no need of having to move.
Got it.
There's no need. There's no need.
Mhm.
Just if it could be possible. And my mistake was moving at the wrong time on it.
Mhm.
I should have moved, when COVID was here, and I know everybody and their mother would have grabbed it.
Mhm.
But it didn't happen that way. And in life, it just doesn't meant to be. And obviously, it's not meant to be. It's all. It's not meant to be. Because so many things, it's incredible. So many things that happen each and every time. Somebody was trying to come and see it, or made an offer or something, outrageous in life, and things that happen to the house. And I'm saying, you know what? I'm just going to listen. I'm going to sit down and listen. Listen to God is telling me, no, you don't need to do this.
Got it.
You know?
Okay. Rita, let me ask you this. So like, honestly, there was some.
She's picking up the points that Loretta it's a very talkative. It's more like a yellow type of a seller, right? So in that situation, she thinks that, okay, it's 5 minutes in the conversation and we just get started, and she's starting talking about how good the property is, and she's complaining about those people come, make the offer, and she missed the time that she thinks she could sell during the COVID time, but that has been missed. And then a lot of people came in and made a lowball offer. She just got so frustrated, right? So I think that might be some of the issues we can bring up when we are giving a final offer.
Something going on where you had the thought of listing it and selling it and stuff like that. So let me just hear you out. What are you trying to accomplish with having this house listed?
My children.
Oh, okay. Are they not nearby or something?
No, my children. I was thinking of them at that point, because the way the house is, it's an old Victorian home. It's a beautiful home. It's from 1888, and it's original inside. I did not change anything, and it's original wood. It's a beautiful house. But the thing is this.
If you hear this situation, if you feel like there's something going on, say, so there's a good chance that this house might need a lot of rehab costs. That might be the reason why people are making a lot of lowball offers.
There's 2 bathrooms in the home, but the bedrooms are upstairs.
The bathroom downstairs and the bedroom upstairs?
Yeah, the bathroom upstairs too. The thing is this, the bedrooms are upstairs. And I'm having orthopedic issues. I have I have a severe spine injury. So it's getting to be hard on me. And of course, my children see that, and they tell me, mother, it's hard on you. Yes, it's hard on you. But I'm thinking, how hard is it going to be on us? How in the world are we going to get you downstairs? How the hell are you going to keep living? How in the world? We need to make a bedroom downstairs. Where are we going to make a bedroom downstairs?
Got it.
And if we do, we're going to destroy your beautiful home. It has to be destroyed. It will not be original any longer. We have to go through all of these, approvals.
Got it. Okay.
So yeah,
got it.
It's going to be a burden, an absolute burden for my children.
I see. Okay.
And
so it sounds like you are having a hard time here because this is a beautiful home. It's a one-of-a-kind home. It's a Victoria home. It has all the original everything. And you don't want to ruin it and modify it or change it. You want to keep it in the condition it's in. However, with your spine injury, it's hard for you to go up and down the stairs. So adding an additional room or anything downstairs is just going to cut into the original, and there might not even be space for it. Your kids are concerned, you're concerned. You want to sell this house, but you don't want to get robbed. You want to get what it's worth. So what are you trying to get for this house? What's the dollar amount that you're trying to get?
I think this is good. She really go into there and summarize the issues. before she jumps into, hey, how much you want to get sell for this, she could have just gone into the implication questions. So I think Carrie did a pretty good job and summarized the issue.
Well, it's amazing. I know it's about an idiot. I realize, if this house was anywhere even close to wetlands, anywhere, else, anywhere, whether it's that, I'm looking at over more than $1 million home. I know that, but I'm not there. And when I purchased it, I knew I wasn't there, obviously, but I knew what I was buying, definitely, and I knew that I could handle it, and I have no complaints. I will do it again in a heartbeat.
Like to buy the house again, you mean?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I would buy this house again in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, I would buy it again. If it was me at this time. Well, now I'm almost 70, so, just time passed. But anyway, we started, at the price on it was, we started at $750. That was the price.
So is that what you're looking to get, or what do you?
So that's what we started at. That's what we started at. So and then it ended up at whatever you saw.
Let me go back here. Let me see here. So I think on my end, the last thing I saw is 650. Is that about right? 650?
That's correct.
650. Okay. And then what kind of offers did you get when you had it listed the first time?
I didn't get any offers.
Not even one single offer?
I never got an offer.
How is that possible?
Not one single offer. Never got an offer on this house.
Any verbals at least? At least a verbal
nothing.
meeting?
No verbal, no written, no nothing. I got a lot of, oh my God, this is the most beautiful house. I got that, which I knew I would get. I wouldn't. You saw the pictures.
No, I didn't, because once you take it off the market, they don't really show us the photos. But I wanted to ask you, what feedback did the agent give you? I'm sure they told you some kind of feedback, or what did they tell you?
She asked about what type of feedback the agent gave to you. It's surprising because you have these lowball offers, which is certainly some sort of offers. But now you're telling me that agent is not really any offer, not even verbal offer. Something is not really aligning.
Well, really, but lots of like the owner of 7-Eleven down the street. He owns about 6-7-Elevens. He was interested, and then all of a sudden he said, "Oh, I changed my mind." Okay, that was one. That was the first one.
Okay.
And it was on and on like that. Like I told you, something in life was just not meant to be. It's not lined up. And then another person was, "Oh, yes, I'm going to buy it right now, on the spot." There was on the spot. And nothing really came through. It was either this and that or whatever. One of them got flat tire coming over here from Orange County.
Wow.
Like,
but what did your agent tell you though? Because you had it listed with an agent, right? I'm sure the agent that you were going to pay if you sold the house. What did he tell you?
Well, she didn't tell me nothing. What did she tell me? Well, they didn't show, or they couldn't come, or obviously they couldn't come. They're not here.
I'm so sorry. I feel so bad because okay. So when I first spoke to you, I can hear in your voice that you're so frustrated, you're so bothered, you're so disappointment. So I hear in your voice. So okay, I wrote down 650. So there's no offers. And how long did you have it listed? For the full 6 months? How many months did you have it listed?
Yeah, just the full 6 months.
Full 6 months. Okay. And then did you have an open house? Did people come by?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You did all that. You did everything. And
I have a beautiful open house in my house.
So okay, so she asked about those situation question. The question Carrie asked was, how much do you want to sell it for? 650. She got that. At this point, if I were Carrie, I would have gone into. So you think since you have another realtor you have lined up. I mean, are you looking to go through this entire listing one more time? That's going to stress you out and keep hosting an open house. Once she gets the price, now what she needs to take is to really build up this implied need to explicit needs, right? You can ask like, what if you don't really get this 650 number, and your children is so worried about you, so they go through this problem. It's become a burden for the children to add in a bedroom on the first floor, which is going to destroy this beautiful house. What would you do if that's happening, right?
I believe it. You sound it sounds like you would go above and beyond and really wow the people. So I believe that. Okay.
Oh God, yes. It was all. I used all of my beautiful crystal. I have lots of beautiful crystals and stuff.
Oh wow.
I'm into the period. I go all the way to the period, and I left my home like this. It's gorgeous. And anyway, and the main people that came was the people that run the museum, Santa Fe Railroad, the museum there. They were the ones that were here, all of them, all from the county that run the museum. They were here for the open house. So they were interested in possibly buying a home, also for the city. But then it didn't go through. Something happened. The city doesn't really have the money anymore. Well, obviously, look at the streets, look at the parks, look at the people. Disgusting.
Got it. Okay. Got it. So let me get this in. Okay. So that and then so if you don't sell this house, will you be okay, or what's gonna happen there?
Well, Carrie, you did the same mistake as you were telling me, kids on. It said, do not ask questions 1, 2, 3 all together. Just one question at a time. That was a good implication question. What would you do if you don't sell at 650? And then you should just shut up. Okay. I have that issue as well, but I think I just need to point it out.
Well, I'll be fine. I mean, if I don't sell it, I just, And my children also, like, they're in agreement now. And I said, you know what, it's meant to be. I'm here. I'm finding my home.
Got it.
And when I
Just the issue
when
with
I,
going up and down and being in pain, just that.
yeah,
And then, did
yeah.
you have a one story somewhere already picked out? If you were to sell this home, did you have a place in mind already for the one
No,
story?
no,
Oh,
no, I don't have no place in mind. It was just whatever. I need to move. I have to go, and I know I can't be in California. I know that for sure.
okay.
California has become disgustingly, especially for elderly people. You know, how in the world can we survive?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's horrible, and
I
it's,
hear
and it's
you.
even sad. It's even worse to think about what's going to happen to my children, but they become my age.
Got it, got it.
For your time, they're here in California. They're not going to be here.
What would you want for you, and then to have your kids join you, what state would you pick?
Well, I have to go home. I have to go back home. I
Oh,
have to
where's
go back
home?
to Texas. I have to go back to Texas.
Oh, Texas, nice. What part of
Yeah,
Texas?
I actually belong in Texas. You know, I'm not just going like everybody else has left.
You're from Texas.
I am from Texas.
I've been in California my whole life. So, all right. So Texas is the plan, possibly back to El Paso, and then let me ask you this. So 650 is what you want. You don't want to be robbed for your house. You know the value of it. You know, and unfortunately, I don't know why there was no offer. So, have you considered lowering your price just because there's no offers? Have you thought about that? Just to see?
No.
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 Okay.
So I think I'm already low enough.
Got it. Okay.
There's no question about it. Because I hear people that change it. What's wrong with the house?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then my realtor says, well, of course they say that because they're used to walking around like this anywhere else. And it's like, what? You know, I already had $1 million plus home, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they say that. That's why when they walk in, they say, what's wrong with the house? They start questioning and they go, nothing's wrong with the house.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Got it. So
The house, what's wrong with the house is this beautiful thing. The president of Santa Fe Railroad, this was his spot because he was close to the railroad station. He built this beautiful mansion here.
And she kept saying that, hey, this house is $1 million house. The Karey has to report with the seller. I think this is maybe appropriate to ask, hey, Mrs. Seller, you kept saying that. I understand you think that you value this house so much and you value more than $1 million. I mean, why would you even sell at 650 in the first place if worth about $1 million? Right? You're gonna kick the ball back to her so that she's gonna justify the 650, justify the $1 million, and justify why she listed for 650.
You know, and his mother, he built a house next door, the house next to mine. That used to be his mother's. That was his mother's house. It's a very nice Victorian home too. Right next door to me. And then to the left hand side, that was a guest house for this house. It's a studio.
Oh, the studio, nice.
Yeah, it's an income. It's an income.
Okay. Have you thought about renting it out over here? Maybe you can just collect cash flow and then just live off of that and one bed more than one
property thing.
Anyway, okay. Yeah. So, you know, I was going to ask you, have you thought, because look, you want to be in El Paso, a one bed, more than one bedroom, a one story. Have you thought about renting it out over here? Maybe you can just collect cash flow and then just live off of that and then move to Texas and be in like a one story. Have you thought about that?
Well, of course. I mean, think of that.
And then,
the thing is, okay, am I willing to do this and have this house destroyed? And then what am I going to end up selling at the end? And I have to fix over 100 and something year old beautiful wood all over. My floors are mint condition from 1888. Now you tell me, I rent this house. Guess what's going to happen? I'm going to have nothing but headaches. My children are going to have nothing but headaches, and you know people are going to bring in to be able to afford to pay the rent. You know, they tell you, oh yeah. What do you need? Just look at the streets. You don't find one little empty spot on the street. Why? Because 50 people live in one house.
Wow.
And in a house like this, how many people are going to be living in that house? In my bedrooms alone, my bedrooms are huge bedrooms. You know, wow. that's like two of the 10 by 10 that they make nowadays. All these little, track homes, little bedrooms. I always hated that. I've never in my life ever.
Yeah, there's no like, it's not original. It's just so like structured. Everyone, it's like a cookie cutter. You know, you don't get the Victorian one of a kind style anymore. So I get that. Okay, so renting is not an option. We cannot afford to have headaches and issues and people destroying the mint flooring that's been there originally. So we can't have that. Understood. And then okay, so we're back to the house. So you want the 650. How much is still owed on the property right now?
On the property?
Yeah.
Why are we getting into this?
because if I offer you a cash offer, you're gonna get really upset with me, and I don't want to upset you. You've already been through a lot. You're frustrated.
Here's something I don't really like, and I do that most of the time myself. If I think the cash offer is not going to work, we don't even know how lowball she was getting lowballed, right? Why would I even jump into the sub 2 or creative deal right now? We could have said, hey, I know that you mentioned a lot of your major and lowball offers. I'm pretty sure you have received a letter saying, hey, people from different companies say, hey, I can buy a house like for $300,000 or $400,000. Is that something you consider as lowball, or what would be considered as lowball to you? Is that if she's saying, okay, I mean, not really. If I'm able to sell, if somebody offer me like 500 or 550, I would not really think that's a lowball. We can work with that. But if they offer me 300,000, no, that's definitely insulting, right? We don't want to make an assumption for the seller. Seller needs to come out to say, hey, that's a lowball offer. But we don't really know her definition about lowball in this situation.
Getting low offers. I don't want to do that to you. I'm trying to find a solution. Go ahead.
Of course. I think that was my thought immediately with you. You're going to come up with like everybody else. Well, you have to make money off of it in order for you to purchase it. Just cash, you're going to have to make money off of it.
Yeah, but
What you're doing.
but you're smart in how much you value this house and appreciate the condition, the original material. You're not going to sell it for lower. Like you're just not. So I'm not going to entertain that. But I do have a different solution that I'm trying to figure out to see if it will even work. So I wrote down 650. That's what you want. And then how much is the owed on the mortgage?
200.
200,000. Okay, that's all it's owed, right? And then what is the monthly payment every month?
1200.
1,200. And then for a 4-1, I know you're not to rent it out, but I'm just saying if we were to rent it out in the area for a 4-1, do you know how much the rent is going for right now?
For a 4-1. What does that mean? 4-1.
For that? Yes.
No, it doesn't have that. That's true.
Okay, so say if I was to rent out a 4-bedroom, 2 bath in this area, similar to your house, maybe there's not another original Victorian house in the area, but just say for a number's sake of 4 bedrooms and 2 baths, do you know how much the rent's going for? If not, I can check the bill really quick. Let me just see what we have here. Okay, so the good thing is that the rent in this area is about 3,200, so that's really, really good. 3,200. Got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you. But it's 3,000 something.
Okay, and then how about the interest rate for this mortgage? The one that's owed 200,000 still.
The interest rate, I think it's 4.75.
I'm sorry, say it one more time. 4 something or 5 something?
I'm thinking it's 4.75.
4.75?
Yes.
Are you sure? That's interesting because your rent is so low. Your mortgage is only 1,200 a month. It doesn't make sense that the interest rate is 4.75. Do you have multiple loans? Is that why?
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it's 200.
I think that's important in terms of interest rate, but we don't have to ask in this case. I think Karey should have asked, hey, do you have a mortgage statement lying around that we can read together, right?
The mortgage is including principal, tax, all that stuff, right? That's 1,200?
Yes.
Okay, and then there's no HOA in the area, right?
No.
Okay, so here, let me explain something to you. So we buy, so for me as a landlord picking up properties, we buy it cash. However, with your situation and the type of home and how beautiful this original Victorian home is, cash is not going to for you. At least I'm not going to offer it to you. It doesn't make sense. I'm not going to do that. I do have another option. So this option is a little bit outside of the box. It's not your normal situation. So we offer this kind of solution for families that where cash offer doesn't work and then they can't stay in the house anymore. So I know your situation is different, but when I helped recently 2 months ago is a military family. They had to leave. They couldn't stay in the house anymore. They couldn't rent it out. They didn't have anybody. They didn't want to deal with the headache. They had a house rented before in the past. It didn't work out for them. It was a huge headache. So they had to sell it. So and with how much they owe, they couldn't sell it normally because for you to sell a $650,000 house to pay all the agency is quite a bit. It's not like cheap. So let's just do the math just so you can kind of have an idea of how much that will cost. So for you to sell a $650,000 house, it's about $60,000 that's going to come out of your pocket, out of your pot, just selling with agents, all the fees, closing costs, all that. So that family that I helped, they weren't able to pay that out. They would have to pay just to sell their house. So what I was able to do is I was able to take over their payments. Okay, I took over the payments. I gave them a chunk down for them to get to their next house. The mortgage stayed in their name. They did not change the name to my name. We kept it in their name. I took over the payments, and then I made payments to them. But they got the exact number that they wanted for the house. Is that something that you would be interested in?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you're okay with staying in the property and then just waiting out to find another one story sometime in the future?
Karey said, is that something you will be interesting? I'm saying that as well, but I will ask that question, but later on I will follow up. So seller say, no, I'm not really interested. I'm like, okay, what is in this offer, this type of offer that is you don't really like the most, right? Are you confused or are you just not really interested? There's two different things. I'm confused. We can help to provide clarifications, but you're just not really interested, and that's a different thing, right? So what exactly she meant by I'm not really interested?
Yeah, we'll just wait, see what happens in life. That's all. Just whatever.
Okay. And
then
even if
get my money together, all together, and do what I need to do then,
got it. Okay. So with you,
I'm not in a hurry to do anything. If the military family needed to go or do whatever, well, they had their life in that. I don't. I'm retired.
So she just meant like the seller just mentioned something. I just need the money to do the things I want to do. We could have asked, okay, it sounds like you have a plan for the money if you really sell a property. What exactly are you looking to do? What's the things that you are missing out if you don't really sell a property? All right, guys, I just need to I cut it short a little bit because at the end they're talking about the email address, things like that, and she did mention that she's building a one-story studio on the first floor. So my impression overall for this call is the seller is not in no rush to sell. She listed for 6 months. I think the pain is not there yet. She's actively trying to resolve her pain issue by building a studio on the first floor, which might cause some issues, but she sounds like she has the money to do so. But we probably need to ask, like, there's going to be a little bit more physicalities in there involved in building a studio, regardless if you swing the hammers or coordinate with the contractor, things like that. This is also a long period process to get the permitting down in California. So that is my general impression about this call. Karey did ask a lot of good questions, build a very good rapport with the seller. I would say in terms of whether or not she's going to move forward for a sale, I don't think that's happening at the moment yet. we could have dug into, she does have a motivation to sell, but the motivation is not strong enough to overweight that she needs to sell at a discount. And again, she kept happy on the $1 million offer, a $1 billion house, but she's only asking for 650. There's something in there, and she recognized that. But why she hasn't done anything to it? This is it. Well, thanks for tuning in.